Om Ajnanatimidandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitan Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So we are reading this verse, this part of the Srimad Bhagavatam, where the Lord has made His appearance before the Kumaras, who were impersonalists to begin with. And so now, after having darshan of the Lord, the Kumaras are speaking in this today's verse. And so they are saying, Yo antarhito hrudigato pi duratmanam tvam. Antarhitaha. The Lord is antarhitaha. He is in the heart and He is hidden. He is not manifest. Hrudigato api. Although He is situated in the heart, hrudigato api antarhitaha. Why? Because they are duratmana. Because they are duratmas. They are, although the Lord is hrudigataha, He is antarhitaha. He is not manifest to them. But adya eva no nayanamulam anantaradhaha. But to us today, adya, nayanamulam, you have come face to face. To us, nayanamulam radhaha. You have become manifest right in front of our eyes. You are not visible. Antarhitaha. Hrudigatopi antarhitaha. Although you are seated in everyone's heart, you are not visible. But today, nayanamulam radhaha. You have become visible right in front of us. Yarhi eva karna vivarena guham gato naha pitranu varnitaraha bhavadudbhavena. By your appearance, karna vivarena guham gataha. Karna vivarena, through the ear holes. Guham gataha. You had entered our intelligence, guham, our heart, our intelligence. Guham gataha, karna vivarena gataha. Through the ear holes you have entered. And how did you enter through the ear holes? Pitranu varnitha. Because our father had described about you. Pitra anuvarnitha, raha. And these are rahasya. These are confidential matters. These are the mysteries. Pitranu varnita raha, karna vivarena guham gataha, naha bhavadudbhavena. By your appearance, what we had heard from our father, what had entered our intelligence through the ear holes, has now become realized. The Kumara said, our dear Lord, you are not manifested to rascals. Duratmanam tvam antarhitaha. Even though you are seated within the heart of everyone, hrudi gato api. But as far as we are concerned, naha, we see you face to face, nayanamulam raddaha. Although you are unlimited, ananta, the statements we have heard about you from our father Brahma, Pitranuvarnita, through the years, Karna Vivarena, have now been actually realized by your kind appearance. Bhavadudbhavena. These are very interesting descriptions from the Bhagavatam, which helps us to understand the position of the Lord, the position of bhakti. And we see here Srila Prabhupada translating and commenting very strong words Prabhupada has used. Duratmanam. Prabhupada translates Duratmanam as to the rascals. Srila Prabhupada used such strong words. That shows the great conviction of the Acharya. There is a realizing the Lord, coming face to face, Nayana Moolam Radhaha, coming face to face with the Lord. Experiencing the association of the Lord. These are not just some fantasies, these are not some imaginations. This is the confidence of the Acharyas, because they are actually experiencing that presence of the Lord in varieties of ways. Once somebody challenged Srila Prabhupada, have you seen God? Prabhupada said, yes. I am seeing and you can also see. Prabhupada did not claim that I can see and I am very exclusive, all of you cannot see. He said, no, I can see and you can also see. And I want you to see. But for us to see or for us to experience, we have to be trained. Prabhupada gave this example. Just like if you want to understand some truth, you have to be trained for many years. Just like our understanding of science, technology, students of science and technology, they understand because they have been trained how to see electronics in these gadgets. It's an electron that is functioning, like here this microphone, amplifier, speaker. This is electronics. For a layman, just say for instance somebody, a villager, for him this is like some magic. Something speak, it becomes loudly there. It's like magic. But somebody who is trained in science understand that, yes, how this magic works. It's not a magic, it's a phenomenon, it's a process. In the same way, understanding God, realization of God, is not some kind of a belief or a fantasy, but with proper training, one can actually come to that experience. And the great acharyas like Srila Prabhupada, who are experiencing that, and when they see that there are others who don't experience, but make theories that there is no God, or God is dead, or you and I, all of us are God, they're actually enraged by that. Srila Prabhupada used such strong words because Srila Prabhupada saw all over the world there were many scholars, philosophers, and speak their own stuff without any reference to Vedic knowledge. That is why Srila Prabhupada used such strong words, Duratmana. If you are a Duratma, Prabhupada has said here, Duratma means opposite of the word Mahatma. And Krishna describes in the Bhagavad Gita, who is a Mahatma? Mahatmanastu mam partha daivim prakritim ashritaha bhajantya ananya manasa gnatva bhutadim avyayam. First point about a Mahatma is that he is under a divine energy. Mahatmanastu mam partha daivim prakritim ashritaha. Duratmas are also under the energy of the Lord, but a different energy of the Lord, called the Maya Shakti. When we are under the influence of the external energy of the Lord, we will not be able to perceive certain things. Just like another example Prabhupada gives, if you get drunk, then when somebody is drunk heavily, he'll speak all nonsense. He'll stand next to one car, say, "Hey, this is my car," he will say. Some car parked on the road, right? He'll say, he can speak anything. "This is my car." And he'll show some house, say, "This is my house. I am the owner of this house." He'll not be the owner at all. Or he'll look at the bank and say, "All the money in this bank is my money." The nonsense he can speak, right? That's what the influence of the alcoholic drink makes him speak nonsense. In the same way, when we are under the influence of the Maya Shakti, we theorize so many things. God doesn't exist. God is dead. I am God, you are God. All these are different fabrications of the mind and intelligence, which is under the influence of illusory energy. And those people who are under the influence of the illusory energy, they are called Duratmas. Whereas the devotees, Mahatmas, are those who are under the divine energy of the Lord, under the special energy of the Lord, Daivim Prakritim Ashritaha, Bhajanti Ananya Manasa, and without diverting their minds, they worship the Lord. Bhajanti Ananya Manasa, Gnatva Bhutadim Avyayam. Knowing that I am the source of everything. Actually, we should appreciate this important point. Recognizing the source of everything. I'll give you one example. When I was in college, I was studying and I was staying in a hostel. Once a month, a man would come. He would be wearing brown khaki dress and he will hold a piece of paper and reads different students' names. And if our name is read, we stand in the line and he will take our signature and he will give money, 250 rupees. And if your name is not called out, I'm talking about 30 years back, 30 more years back. If your name is not called out, you get a little disappointed and you come the next day and wait, he will call out the names. He calling out the name is very important for us because I have to collect my 250 rupees and about 220 rupees would be the mess bill I had to pay, and another 30 rupees I can keep as pocket money for the next 1 month. And if he doesn't come and I don't pay the 220 rupees, I will not be allowed to eat in the mess. So it's very crucial, very important. Waiting for that man with the brown dress to come, call out the names, your name is there, go there and put the signature and get the money, 250 rupees, pay the mess bill, and you know who I'm talking about. He's a postman. So now I may say, this postman is so important for me. Because every month he gives me money, by which I pay the bill, mess bill, and I am able to stay in the hostel. And I can say, postman, you are such a wonderful man. Every month you come and give me money. Thank you very much. Thank you. Already you are all figuring out, and something is wrong with this. If you are thinking that the postman is giving all the money every month to me. No. Postman gave me the money because my father had deposited 250 rupees in the post office. If I just recognize the postman and don't recognize my father depositing that money every month, what you will say, such a fool you are. You see? We may recognize somebody who is delivering us right now. But we must seek further. The world is organized in such a way. This is the way the Lord has made this world. It is a world of causes and effects. You will see an effect. Behind that there is a cause. And that cause itself, if you study carefully, is an effect, has another cause. If you study that cause carefully, you will see that it is an effect, it has another cause. Like this, the world is organized in such a way, is a series of causes and effects. And a person who identifies more and more the cause, he is considered to be an intelligent man. Lot of people saw apple fall from the tree. Most people picked up and ate it. But there was one person who started thinking, why did the apple fall? And we say he was a very intelligent man. Right? Because he was seeking what is the cause of the phenomena of the apple falling, and that led to the discovery of gravity. So, we see an effect and we are absorbed in that effect, we are lost in that effect. Not seeking its cause is not very intelligent. And when you may find a cause, then you must find its cause. You may find that. Then you must find its cause. And finally, where is the cause of all the causes? That search requires more and more enlightenment. That's why Krishna says, your ability to see the cause, its cause, that's a function of the enlightenment of the living entity. It depends on how much a living entity is enlightened. If you are not enlightened at all, you will just be happy with a certain effect that is governing, that you are experiencing, and you'll be like, that's how the most of the animals are. Animals are not so much into cause-effect analysis. They do a little bit, but not so much. Human beings are a little more advanced. We are able to perceive and we try to find the cause, its cause. That is why Krishna says, Bahunam janmanam ante jnanaman mam prapadyate Vasudeva sarvamiti samahatma sudurlabha. After many lifetime of enlightenment, one understands that Vasudeva is everything, is the cause of all causes. So, trying to find the cause and its cause is a sign of enlightenment. And if somebody doesn't identify the cause and does not why is it so important to identify the cause? Yes, it is very important. Even in the modern world it is accepted. Like say for instance, there is a person, he doesn't care for his father and mother. What do we say about them? Hey, what kind of a man you are? You don't care for your father and mother? Today in our society, all over the world, they observe Father's Day, Mother's Day. Right? In all civilized societies they observe. And then the children go, today, my Mother's Day, they'll buy some gift or something, a card at least, and say, go and give the mother. And the mother says, and the mother feels very good. My son has recognized. The father feels good. So this act of recognition of the father and mother, we say is a good act. It's an act of a more enlightened person, because he is recognizing that my father and mother gave me so many things. I must at least recognize them once in a way. I must recognize it. That thought is an elevated thought. Why? Because we have come from them. Our existence, we owe it to them, because this body has come from our father and mother, isn't it? So, recognizing the origin is an important concept. But we should know our father and mother are definitely the causes, but they are actually partial causes. They are not the ultimate causes. Because our father and mother, they didn't even know whether the boy is going to be born or a girl is going to be born. Right? They didn't know, they were guessing 9 months. It was going to be a boy, girl. At last, boy was born. They are not in full control. They are not in full control because, just see, it's not that the father and mother, they planned, let us have a child, and the child must have 2 kidneys, 2 lungs, 1 liver, 1 pancreas. They didn't plan any such thing. They are not in full control. If they were in full control, we should have blamed them. Why did you give birth to a blind child? So many people are born blind, dumb, different kinds of, They are not responsible for that. So that shows that they are cause, but not the ultimate cause. They are instrumental cause. They are part of a larger arrangement, and they are a part of that cause only. So when you recognize that they are a part cause and you want to recognize them, and when you don't recognize them, you are considered to be not so civilized, then what about the search for the ultimate cause? That requires enlightenment. That requires more and more enlightenment to recognize the ultimate cause. Ultimate cause means it is the cause and that cause has no other cause. That's the meaning of ultimate cause. If it is another cause and has one more cause, that's only a chain in the cause. In the chain of causes is yet another cause. Now we are now asking, what is the ultimate cause which has no other cause? And that is what Krishna is saying. One who recognizes the ultimate cause, he is called a Mahatma. Gnatva bhutadim avyayam. Bhuta adim. Bhuta means creation. All creation. Adim. He is the origin of all creation. And one who recognizes that, he is a Mahatma. And what does he do? Just like a sane, civilized boy recognizes the father and mother and is very respectful and grateful to them, in the same way, when one is sufficiently enlightened, then he understands that my ultimate cause is Krishna, and bhajantya ananya manaso. Without any deviation, he renders devotional service to him, because ultimately I am coming from him. He recognizes that. So, recognizing the cause, the ultimate cause, and being devoted to that cause is an important principle. And from the Bhagavatam we understand that ultimate cause is a person. The ultimate cause is a sentient being. He is not some insentient being. He is not some impersonal energy. That ultimate cause is a person. And that person is Krishna. One of the characteristics of that person is he is all attractive. And so, in Sanskrit, he is described as Krishna. So, Mahatmanastu mam partha daivim prakritim ashritaha bhajantya ananya manaso gnatva bhutadim apyayam. This is the way. And there is no other way to understand this other than karna vivarena guham gataha. We cannot understand this knowledge, this understanding, other than by hearing from great authorities. By our own method, we cannot understand. The way this world has been analyzed, has been organized, there are many causes. Krishna explains also, Panchaitani Mahabaho Karanani Nibhodame. There are 5 causes for any action, for anything to happen in this world. Adhishtanam, Karanam, Kartha, Cheshta, and Daiva. Situation, Adhishtanam, Karana, instruments of action, karta, there is a performer of action, doer of action, and cheshta, there is a certain endeavor to be performed. Now, when you do an empirical study of the material world, you will only identify these 4 causes. You will miss out the 5th cause. You will not identify. Krishna has designed it in such a way. Mayatatam idam sarvam jagadavyaktamurtina. Because this material world is a place for those living entities who want to forget Krishna. So Krishna has become avyaktamurtina. He has hidden himself. Although he is the basis of the whole thing, whole material existence, but he is hidden. Just like sutre maniganaiva. Just like you wear a nice necklace. Necklace looks very good. Nice beads are there, nice pattern is there, nice color is there. But it is the sutra, it is the thread which is holding it. If you snap the thread, all of them will fall apart. Then the beautiful pattern is lost. In the same way, the material world, the beautiful world, all of the different things are held together by sutra, and that sutra is Krishna. And you can see the sutra is not visible, the thread is not seen. When you see a necklace, you see a nice pattern, you see the nice color, and you say it looks very good. But you don't see the thread which is holding it. In the same way, Krishna is the one who is holding this material existence, but he is not visible. By design, by his own plan, he has made it like that. And so when you study the world, you will see causes, you will see effects. If you are intelligent, if you are like a scientist, you will find some more cause, you will find that effect, you may find one more cause, but you will only be in this domain of cause effects. You will never go beyond that, because Krishna is hidden. Only way to find out this is karna vivarena guham gataha. To hear from the knowledge, from the Vedic literatures, pitru anuvarnita. Like great personalities like Lord Brahma, anuvarnita, they explained. Raha, it is very confidential, it is mystery. Confidential, Prabhupada explains. Whenever the word confidential is used, we should know confidential means it requires certain qualifications to know that. Otherwise you cannot know. That's the meaning of confidential. This knowledge is confidential, means it requires qualifications to know. Just like suppose you are traveling in a bus. You know, we have bus conductor. Even now they have, I think, right? He'll be having many tickets. And he'll have one bag. You pay the money, he'll put the money in the bag and he'll give you a ticket. Correct? Suppose you ask the man, the conductor, how much money is there in your bag? It's a dangerous question. He can get angry at you. Right? How much money is there in the bag? Suppose after the journey, the conductor goes to the depot, and in the depot his manager is there. The manager asks him the question, how much money is there in your bag? He will say, sir, today sir, this much money collection sir. He will say. You have no qualifications to ask how much money is there in the bag. But the depot manager has the qualifications to ask how much money is there in the bag. How much money is there in the bag is confidential. Raha, rahasyam. Only the right people who have the qualifications can have access to that information. In the same way, hearing this knowledge, practicing it, culturing it, we acquire the qualifications. When we acquire the qualifications, then we can understand the truth about the Lord's existence. Otherwise, it will be a rahasyam, it will be mysterious and not accessible to us. That is why Bhagavatam says, Lord Brahma says, what is that verse? Gnane prayasa udapasya namanta eva. Gnane prayasa. Gnane prayasa means lot of endeavor, hard endeavor. By our own hard endeavor, trying to understand the absolute truth is not possible. Gnane prayasa udapasya. Udapasya means completely giving up. Namanta eva. And becoming humble. And hearing from the great devotees. This is the way to understand this absolute truth. So, these Kumaras, they are recognizing that we had heard about you from our father. And now, that what we had heard, we are able to realize Bhavadiya Bhavadudbhavena, by your appearance before us. And so they are recognizing that formerly we had that impersonal realization, and now we are able to see the personal form of the Lord. So these are some of the points that are mentioned in the purport here also by Prabhupada. Anyone has any questions? I'll try to answer them. Yes, Mataji.
This was related to quantum theory.
No, quantum theory, they are trying to find out what is the cause, its cause. But their search is only in the material domain. So they will not be able to go beyond that. Although their aspiration is that. We have to find that ultimate understanding from which everything has come. They are aspiring. That is their wish. But the methodology they use is empirical methods. Something that can be captured by the senses, by the mind, by the intellect, through their experiments. So when some things are beyond material domain, they have no understanding of taking it seriously. So that's how they are limited.
But when devotees are searching,
even if devotees are searching, for the devotees also, the process of understanding that ultimate cause is not through the quantum mechanics way. It is through bhakti. Bhaktyamam abhijanati yavanyaschasmi tattvataha. That is the only way. Otherwise, we will be misled. Any other method, because we should recognize that ultimate truth is a person. If that person does not let you understand him, he is in control of everything. If he doesn't let you in, if you are sitting in your house, you have locked the gate, and I am standing at the gate and knocking. Oh, what can I do? I am trying different ways to open the gate. Unless you open the gate, I cannot come in. So, our material senses, mind, intelligence has limitation. It cannot understand transcendental subject matter. And Krishna is Adokshaja. He is situated completely in transcendence. Our material senses cannot. It's just like my phone, for instance. This phone, I have taken a domestic call only, or India calls only. Now you give me a number and say, okay, please try this number. I have a friend in America. I'll try that number. And then my phone will say, this number does not exist. So I'll say, hey, you're saying you've got a friend in America. There is no America, you have no friend also. Because you see, my phone cannot make the call. I'm trying to make the call. This number does not exist, it says. No, it is a defect of my phone. The phone is not enabled to make international calls. In the same way, our senses are defective. They cannot access anything which is beyond material. Or even within material, it can access only to some extent. Just like in this room, there are radio waves. We cannot see. When the radio waves strike the mobile, it starts ringing. Oh, we see, there is radio waves here. Our senses cannot see, cannot perceive. So Krishna's existence is on another plane. Adhokshaja plane, transcendental plane. So by quantum mechanics you cannot understand Adhokshaja plane. Only by bhakti, when the Lord is pleased, Lord reveals Himself. Swayameva spurati adhaha. Swayameva spurati. He reveals. He inspires. That is the way. Yes, please. Duratma. Any? Any?
In between, what is there?
Oh, okay. Between Mahatmas and Duratmas, there are different shades of Duratmas. One level, the lowest level is somebody who denies God. The next level is those who are in the Karma Kanda section. They recognize God, but they have their own plans, they have their own desires. They want God's blessing to fulfill their desires. That's their level. Then there are the Mayavadis. They understand Vedic knowledge, but they don't have clarity about spiritual reality. So they are also, in a certain sense, they are also Duratmas. So there are different grades of Duratmas. And then there are the sadhaka bhaktas like us. We are also to some extent Duratmas. Externally at least we have put on a dress and all that to be a devotee. But at heart still not yet cleaning is going on. But at least we have recognized we have a disease and we have started taking medicine. Maybe we are not taking medicine also seriously, but at least we should take medicine, understanding has come. So, all the living entities, conditioned souls, are different stages of Duratma. And, of course, those who are taking medicine, gradually they will get purified and they will come to the stage of pure bhakti, when they can also become Mahatmas. So these are the different stages. And because they are in different stages, all of them, when they speak their own philosophy, they are all misleading people. That's why Prabhupada uses such strong words, rascals. They don't know the truth. They are misleading others with their ignorance. So, different stages and whole Vedic program is how to convert a Duratma into a Mahatma. It may not happen immediately because it's a process. It may take many lifetimes. But if one is fortunate and comes in touch with a pure devotee and pleases that pure devotee, and if that pure devotee becomes pleased, in one life it can be finished. That prerogative is given to a pure devotee only. No one else. So, if we can find a pure devotee, and if the pure devotee is pleased by our efforts, it needn't be perfect also. Our efforts needn't be perfect also. If a pure devotee is pleased, then done. In one life, we can finish Duratma to Mahatma stage and go back to Godhead. This is the accelerated process that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is presenting, and a very important factor for this to function, for this to be effective, is you must come in touch with a pure devotee and dedicate your life and please him, and if he is pleased, you are successful. That is the path of Krishna consciousness. We'll stop here. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Shri Krishna Balaram ki, Shri Nitai Gauranga ki, Srila Prabhupada ki.